Hi dear viewers to the Alexis channel. Some of you had asked questions about the various byways that I use to do my trial riding to practice my off-roading skills. So I thought to myself, in the next couple of episodes I'll introduce you to the various byways that I ride on, mostly in Surrey, and show you how you can find them and show you what they're like. Byways are tracks in the United Kingdom, which in some cases are ancient roads and on which it is allowed to ride motorcycles and four-wheel drives through plains and forests. While some byways are restricted to width of vehicle or the time of year, those that are open provide an excellent opportunity to practice off-road skills and experience nature in a motorized kind of way. Today we have come to the approximately 3-mile long Wolvens Lane near Wootton in Surrey. This byway is located near to the Wootton Hatch pub and can be accessed by riding on the small road next to it. So his life is too short to be a chicken, let's go for it. The beginning of the byway is quite easy and flat to get you into the mood of trial riding, especially if you ride bigger enduro dual-purpose motorcycles like myself with more road than off-road tires. And there's a wide variety of surfaces. There's mud, then there's water puddles, then there's sand and soil. So really something for everybody to practice their different skills of what they like. So this is definitely my favorite lane. And great news for all you mud lovers like myself, if it hasn't been too dry, there's mud puddles here all year round. Some puddles are shallow and easy to pass through, but some should be taken with a bit of caution. For all those who really want to get stuck in a rut, there is this. There, you'd better not have panniers and wide foot pegs for this. Ground clearance may be an issue with some puddles, but they are achievable, even if not elegantly. Points gained for style? 0. Okay, I admit. So it is best to choose wisely between two options and maybe test their depth first. Luckily, due to the protective engine guard, no damage to the exhaust. Having a proper guard to protect the engine and exhaust pipes is a must, as in some sections things can get a bit tricky. Now this here is the step. It may not look like much, but it's a bit of a challenge for travel endurers with low ground clearance. Now luckily here on the right side there's a small section which is easily passable for my kind of motorcycle. Easy job! The Wolvens Lane also has some fantastic scenery and plant life. And then comes the sand, the one section that all the desert lovers absolutely appreciate. Roughly in the middle of the byway, there's a sandy section where motorcyclists can practice their skills for riding in Spain, Italy and outside Europe. A sandy track with numerous elevations to add to the excitement. Towards the end of the byway we approach Cold Harbour and the surface turns into one covered with pebbles and small stones, making the riding experience on different surfaces complete, all in one byway. In Cold Harbour, turn up the hill at the end of the Wolvens Lane and a long, steep, stone-covered byway awaits, leading up to a magnificent forest track. And if old or ancient architecture is your thing, please take time to admire this wall. Now this byway leads to a steep downhill turn, which can be a bit of a challenge due to the slippery surface. Now I've attempted this section many times on my XC660 and also on my KTM and it always went fine. I'm sure the Suzuki V-Strom will manage this as well, even though it is a bit of a steep downhill. So what, even the experts fall from time to time. It was an exciting fall which put the knee pads that we will be speaking about shortly to the test. Well, I guess you can't have fun without excitement. The end of this bonus byway leads further downhill, and the surface becomes more manageable for riders with more road-orientated tires, or those who, like myself, become a bit nervous on steep downhills on loose surface. But this byway has one last surprise in store. At the end of this track, watch yourself. There's a slight elevation here again if you have a slope, low ground clearance. Now in this episode we will speak about the knee protection that I use, and I personally recommend the O'Neill Pumpgun knee pads. Why? Just simply because it has 3 straps that fits nicely over the leg and a hinge that moves nicely. And the great thing about it having 3 straps is that I had some others which had only 2 straps and they tend to slide about all over the place, but with this having 3 straps it holds the knee pad firmly in place and it doesn't go sliding about, and you can use it for going walking, shopping and everything. You can wear it on the inside of your trouser and on the outside. It does look a bit unusual, but that's my style, I prefer it that way. And you can use, by having this set of knee pads, you can use it in combination with your regular trousers and you still enjoy the full knee protection that you would enjoy if you had, for example, a motorcycle trouser or something like that. I don't like motorcycle trousers. I find them a bit constrictive, or at least the ones that I've tried until now. Maybe there are some that are good and that I would wear in the future, but personally for myself I prefer using my own trousers and then having these knee pads on top as a protection for my knees. So the O'Neill Pumpgun knee pads, the perfect, flexible and simple solution to protecting your knees in all kind of riding environments. I hope you enjoyed this episode about the Wolvens Lane in the Surrey woods, and in the near future we will look at other off-road tracks both in Britain and in Europe. See you then.